What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Back in Bama with Corey. All about Bama football, especially for real lifelong fans just like you. What's up, guys? We're going to talk about Alabama and Kalen Deboer deciding not to part ways at this moment in time with Chris Kapilovic, the offensive line coach. So apparently, it doesn't seem like this guy's going anywhere despite the poor performance of the offensive line during last season. Follow along with me. The one expected staff change that might not be happening for Alabama football fans. Could Kalen Deboer seriously be considering running it back with Alabama's beleaguered offensive line coach Chris Kapilovic? When you look up the word insanity in the dictionary, it tells you it's the definition of doing the same things over and over again and still expecting different results. This same phrase applies in the minds of many Alabama fans like us after seeing Kalen Deboer showing no signs of cutting ties with Crimson Tide offensive lineman Chris Kapilovic in the early stages of the 2026 offseason. Now, this strict request became the top expectation in Tuscaloosa for months after Tide fans alongside the college football world clowned Alabama all season for having the worst statistical rushing attack in terms of the average yards per game since statistics first began being tracked in 1946. And guys, let's not forget, Alabama only mustered up 23 rushing yards against Indiana in the second round of the college football playoff, also known as the Rose Bowl. A huge embarrassment. That embarrassment doubled when Alabama got bullied up front by Indiana in their biggest loss in a bowl game in program history, getting smoked by 35 points in their 38-3 college football playoff exit. Hit that subscribe button. Many believe that after hearing Deboer's eyebrow-raising season-ending comments to reporters in Pasadena last week, this could be Kapilovic's last straw when the second-year head coach hinted at possible changes coming to the program. Guys, remember, I also have a video. Make sure you watch that video about Deboer hints at changes. What a joke. You've got to go back to starting over from scratch with putting the people around you, he said, the right people committing to something and a common goal together, and the actions follow it, Deboer said. Now, at first, those words sounded like soothing music to the ears of Crimson Tide fans after seeing 5 members of Alabama's putrid 2025 offensive line hit the transfer portal on January 2nd and 3rd. Now, this bubble was burst when many saw Kapilovic at dinner with Mississippi State transfer offensive lineman Jimothy Lewis on Sunday evening, eating sushi, apparently. Now, Chris Kapilovic, actively recruiting for Alabama, has fans ready to crash out. Lewis is a 6'6", 320-pound redshirt freshman from Richland, Mississippi, who appeared in just 7 games this season, logging 4 starts for the Bulldogs after first signing in Starksville as a 4-star prospect from IMG Academy in the 2023 recruiting cycle. Seeing Lewis be courted by Kapilovic and company means that, for now, at least, Deboer is more than likely to retain rather than to part ways with the third-year Tide positional coach. Why? Why would he keep him? Anyway, guys, excuse me. I'm probably going to crash out too. With the Tide already losing one of their most criticized offensive linemen in Wilkin Forby. Yeah, good riddance. To the transfer portal. Many are still wondering why Kapilovic is still in the picture and why Deboer still hasn't completely cleaned house yet. I think most of the frustration should come from Kapilovic's unsuccessful and unorthodox approach to rotating 9 players up front instead of developing a formidable front 5 to depend on throughout their 15-game season. This strategy grounded Alabama's run game and stalled its passing game, which backfired more times than not in 2025. His position group was also arguably the weakest link of the team, in opinion. I say this because the Crimson Tide's offensive line underachieved drastically after coming into the season with the #1 ranked unit in the preseason. Their shortcomings showed all season when Alabama was exposed time and time again for the inconsistencies in the trenches, especially in games turned physical. So after all of that, why is Kapilovic so hard to let go of for Deboer? Could it be because of Deboer's loyalty and friendship with the two? That's probably a strong possibility, guys, along with others on Alabama's coaching staff that's preventing him from making tough decisions. If so, then that's a problem that can't coexist if Deboer wants to truly, seriously improve the makeup of his football team moving forward and change its perception around the country. Since becoming Nick Saban's successor, Saban was never afraid to plug the plug on any player or coach during his historical 17-year run in Tuscaloosa. Guys, what's your thoughts? This is another good, interesting piece via Bama Hammer. Hey, look, the man hasn't let go of the O-line coach yet. So as of the writing of this article, Chris Kapilovic, who is also courting a player coming to Alabama or potentially coming to Alabama, that's very telling at this point that the board's just going to hang on to his buddies, I guess, until the wheels fall off. But guys, you leave a comment. And as always, thanks for the pull-up. Remember, back in Bama with Corey, all about Bama football, especially for real, lifelong fans just like you. Until the next time. Subscribe to Back in Bama with Corey, all about Bama football. Turn on all notifications and hit that like button.